What's going on? So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to make 10K a month as a copywriter. It's going to be a very tactical video. You're going to need you to grab a pad and pen real quick. It's going to be a very fire video. I'm going to give you all the sauce. Not going to hold anything back, so that's kind of the goal here. I'm going to basically walk you through how to make 10K a month as copywriters, because I get a lot of copywriters that reach out to me that aren't making 10K a month, and 10K a month's fairly easy, believe it or not. So that's kind of what I'm going to walk you through in this video. You can probably get there on your own. I'm going to walk you through how to do it and the exact roadmap that I would use if I was a copywriter starting from zero today. Let's get right into it. So as proof, real quick, I'm not going to spam a bunch of testimonials, case studies, that kind of stuff at you, but I've helped people take their business from zero to 100K a month and past. I've done that in the past. Alex Sedlak, one of my clients, you don't know him, or if you don't know him, here he is, 130K followers. Another one of my clients, Evan Merger, he is another huge client as well. Don't know why it just opened the same document. Evan has around 500K followers, 520K followers, something like that at the time of this recording. Worked with them. But yeah, they're both goats, and we've scaled them as well. Used to be a freelancer. So I understand your pains. I was an agency owner. I owned a video marketing business, which is a bit different, but very, very similar on the structure of the business model itself. I've scaled my agency past 10K a month. Been in the game for about 5 years, before 99% of people. And the last thing is, you're the one watching this video, not me, right? You're the one that's looking up YouTube videos on how to scale. So I want to teach you. My goal is to give you as much value as possible throughout this video so that you can take something away. So let's get right into it. In this video, here's what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to give you all the solutions to solve all your scaling problems. This video is free. 100% free. My favorite four-letter F word is going to be a free training. It's not, just me trying to sell you something. I genuinely want to give you some free value. So this video is for you if you're struggling with not making the money you desire, if you're not able to retain clients, get them really killer results, and if you're not able to acquire clients. Those are basically the three problems we're going to be solving in this video. I'm going to have some other videos as well on my channel solving other problems. If you have specific problems, DM me on Instagram. I'll help you out, give you a video to watch, or help you out in some way. But if these are your problems, this is the video for you. If you're not looking to scale, this video is going to be a waste of time for you. I recommend that you click off now. Don't waste your time. But if you are looking to scale, if you're looking to make some money, watch the video all the way to the end. Good luck in life if you are headed out right now. If not, let's get right into it. Let's scale the crap out of your business. Like I said, grab a pen, grab a pad, and we'll get right into it. So first thing is the 3 bottlenecks. So basically in what I do, my main goal is identifying bottlenecks, right? I identify what's wrong with, people's businesses, and then I fix it. So simply 3 big bottlenecks in this kind of copywriting business and this business model of any online service-based business, really, freelancers, agencies, typically 3 big bottlenecks. Getting leads, getting sales, and getting results. So those are typically the 3 biggest bottlenecks that I see in the copywriting space and any sort of online service business space. I used to run a video marketing agency, so I know these are very, very frustrating. The biggest thing for me when I started, it was getting leads. Obviously, getting sales became a problem after that, so I had to solve that problem. Next problem was getting results. Video marketing doesn't really get results. Getting leads. Most copywriters, they're stuck in the stage of not being able to acquire customers. They're not able to get consistent lead flow. They're able to get a person here or there off of a referral. We don't want that. You can work off of referrals, not the greatest business model to run. Just because referrals, yeah, while they're good, they're not great, right? The goal should be to create a unique value angle, meaning that you need to create some sort of piece of information that makes you unique. And that's not just, well, I'm really good with client communication. Everybody says that. Everybody's the exact same. It literally is a contradiction because everybody says the exact same things. So I'm going to teach you how to create the unique value angle in one of the next slides as well. Getting sales is the next problem. I have plenty of videos on my channel about getting sales. I'm going to dive a little bit into it here, but not super in depth because sales is pretty simple. That's a simple problem to fix. Go watch. I did a video called I think it was the $12,000 sales process. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It is on my channel. It is this one. Watch this video. If you're interested in learning more about sales, that's the video to watch for sure. Broke down my entire sales process, everything that I do, similar to in this video. But yeah, getting results is kind of the last big problem that a lot of copywriters face, because copywriting isn't really a direct monetary result a lot of times. It is more than video editing, for sure, but not always, right? You're not always going to be able to say, hey, I brought you in this much money. With a job like maybe email copywriting, you can. but obviously there's a lot of email copywriters, so you still got to set yourself apart. One biggest problems that I faced in the video marketing side was just getting results from my clients, getting them to get views, and then I realized, wait, why am I focused so much on views? No one cares about views, right? If you're hiring a video editor, if you're hiring a copywriter, you don't care about views, right? What you care about is money. You care about getting the money back. So you don't want to mess yourself up by trying to go all out and get views. When someone pays a copywriter, they need to be making their money back. If not, you're not going to ever make any money. Your clients are going to continue to churn. Churn is one of the big problems here as well in the getting results bucket, just because when you don't get results, your clients leave very, very quickly. And so if they leave quickly, you're not going to be able to make a ton of money, right? So if they don't stay around, or if they don't make their money back, they're not going to stay around. And in a minute, I'm going to show you exactly how to get results and how to actually make money off of them. But the big idea here is nobody cares about lead gen, right? Nobody cares about views. Nobody cares about subs. They really couldn't give a fuck. They care about views, or they care about money, right? They don't care about views. They care about money. That's it. So our big thing here, again, getting leads, getting sales, and getting results. Those are basically the three things that we're looking at here. So let's go to the next slide. Here we go. UVA, so unique value angle for services. There is three main buckets here. We have our differentiation, deliverables, and results. So again, differentiation, what makes you different than all the other copywriters. There's always going to be someone who's going to do it better. There's always someone who's going to do it cheaper. You don't want to be competing with other people, right? Like there's going to be somebody in the Philippines who can write cheaper copy than you, and a lot of times write it better than you, especially if you're a novice. Like if you are not, the best, which let's face it, if you're watching this video, you're probably not the best. Like, let's just be honest here. Then there's always going to be someone who's going to do it cheaper and or better. There's a lot of times there's people who will do it and better, right? My video editor, for instance, he is like the best of the best. He's from the Philippines. He's a lot cheaper than I can hire someone from the US to do it. And he does a much better job than people from the US. I've had US-based editors, I've had UK-based editors, and I've had Philippines-based editors. And I've had a lot of very shitty editors, and I've had a lot of very, very good editors. And my current editor is the best of the best from what I have seen. I've gone through a lot of editors because I used to run an editing business, right? So the solution here to differentiation, craft a positioning statement, very, very simple. It's going to help you define who you are, your people are, and your offer are, right? So again, the 5 positioning questions, write this down. Who are your people? What do they need? Who are you? What do you deliver? And why are you special, different, or the one? I'm going to pull up a sample positioning statement here. Hold up. All right, so here is a sample positioning statement. This is kind of what it looks like. This is one that I did. Again, who are your people? What do they need? Who are you? What do you deliver? And why are you special, different, or the one? So this answers all of those questions. Let me make it bigger real quick. As you can see, this answers basically every question that we might have. So who are your people? Ambitious individuals, driven entrepreneurs, and those who refuse to settle for mediocrity, right? Who are your people? What do they need? Dozark Collective is the unique blend of growth strategies and business development that delivers. What do you deliver? The tools, the knowledge, and the psychological insights to build a visible, viable, and valuable brand. Because achieving personal excellence and entrepreneurial success is an act of rebellion and requires a comprehensive, holistic approach. So that is our positioning statement here. This is what positioning should look like. It should be one sentence, not like 5 sentences, not like 2 sentences. And then another quick little bonus here that I didn't even have on the document that I was walking through is the ICP. You should have demographics and psychographics. So demographics, basically, who are your people, who is the actual audience? 18 to 25-year-old males who have some experience before transitioning into coaching and consulting. Psychographics, values, goals, motivations, and pain points. Again, behavioral characteristics again. Let me find my niche prism real quick. I'll pull that up as well. All right, so you're going to have to ignore the highlights and stuff right now. These are just comments from my book. And this is one of the editors here. But yeah, this is basically the niche prism. So persona, passions, preferences, and principles, right? So persona is who your market actually is. That's your demographics. Your passions are what excites them, what motivates them, what pushes them forward. What are your niche's passions, right? Persona is more of like you're targeting copywriters versus passions would be like, hey, you're targeting people who have a passion for XYZ, right? And then your preferences going to be like their favorite choice and patterns, like what do they prefer? What options would they pick? If you're a toothpaste brand, like what flavor would they like, right? Would they like mint? Do they want some other weird flavor. Like, what flavor do they want, right? Principles, so their beliefs, their ethics, and more than that is like just core values, right? Those are kind of the things we're looking for in the niche prism. So back to this real quick. We are talking about deliverables now. So we've talked a little bit about differentiation. Next is deliverables. So next up, what all do you actually deliver, right? You deliver. This is where most copywriters suck. They say, hey, I'm different because something other than the deliverables, right? Your deliverables and your results should be what separates you from the competition, right? These are the things that should separate you, your results and your deliverables. And since you are probably not the best copywriter in the world and you probably don't have the greatest results in the world, another thing that you're going to have to do is be set apart by your deliverables. So the deliverables are the actual things that you do, right? So you need to give more in your offering than everyone else. Everybody just gives the same things. That's why most people suck. They just give the exact same things. You want to give something other than just copywriting. So if you're doing copywriting right now, one thing that you could do is you could add certain things into your offer. So will you post the copywriting? Will you build out the funnel? Will you actually post or send out the email? What are you actually going to do that's any different with your deliverables, right? Most people do the exact same thing. They write copy in a Google Doc and then it just sits there, it never gets used. How can you implement it? How can you make people money? And then results, again, people don't give a flying fuck about writing or even like subscribers, anything like that. The thing that they care about is money, right? Most people can't provide the monetary result, and that's why most people suck, right? You want to be able to provide the biggest point that you need to take away from this video is monetary result, right? You need to have some sort of result that's monetary, something that actually makes people money. So that is super, super important. You got to get a monetary result, right? And then the solution to the results is find a way to get calls on the board, make money. The easiest way that you can get a monetary result is figuring out how to make your copy convert into calls, which converts then into money. A lot of people try to do this, but do a really bad job of it. If you want me to teach you how, I'm going to make another video on that at some point. But big thing, get calls on the board, book some calls, and then make some money, right? So you need to be making your clients money. That's the bottom line. We already went over positioning, but next up we're going to talk about selling the vacation. So nobody looks forward to flying on the plane, right? People aren't looking forward to the cramped seat. What they're looking forward to is the actual vacation, right? So sell the vacation basically means that when you're selling your product, this is just a little bit of sales sauce for you that I see a lot of people fucking up, is that they're selling the wrong things. They're selling the emails. Nobody cares about the emails, right? They're selling, hey, I'll write your landing page copy. What you should be selling is, hey, I'll make you X amount more money with your landing page copy, and sell the vacation. Sell what they actually care about, which is money. Right? Again, no one cares about followers. People care about money. Inputs should lead to outputs. So if they put in $10,000 into your service and as a retainer, $10,000 a month, they should be getting like 20, 30, 40, 50,000 at the very bare minimum out of it, right? So that's very big. Make them their money back or they will leave, right? Copywriting is a form of lead gen, just like we talked about a few minutes ago. Lead gen doesn't matter. We want revenue gen. Most people write copy and don't actually get a result. People are not paying you to write the copy. They're paying you to bring them leads to their business and bring them money to their business, not just leads. So you want qualified leads, not just leads. Deliverables. So this is one that we just talked about a little bit, but I want to talk about it again. Most copywriters suck. Again, you should be doing more than just copywriting. 99% of writers don't provide a monetary result. 99% of writers probably fail. The average writer is obviously broke. They're poor. Most freelancers in general are not good at what they do. So that is kind of why I am talking about this, right? So instead of just, writing, we want to take over more, right? For what I do, I take over their entire revenue gen system, their entire lead gen system, some may call it. Here's kind of like a sample offer stack. So this is what most people do. They write stuff. Sometimes, if you're lucky, they post it as well. This is going to be our new offer, right? So we're going to write stuff, but we're also going to do all these different things. We're going to do appointment setting through organic engagement amplification, retargeting, and cold outbound. And then also, if you get a good client, a creator, that you can write inbound, That's the goal, like finding one client that can change your life. It only takes one client to change your life forever. I found that out to be true too. Like I can charge easily a 4 to 8K retainer plus 25 to 50% of the business, depending on what we're doing for them, just due to the fact of like what all we bring to the table. And so what you need to understand is like, look at the value stack here versus the value stack here. Just in size, you can see that this one is way smaller, right? So the more value you can bring, each one of these things has a price tag, right? There's a price tag here, a price tag here, a price tag here, versus here, they're just paying for one thing, maybe two things. So the more dollar signs that we can add, like the more money we're gonna make, right? The guarantee is also important too. This is what we're selling right here. This is like the best visual representation that I apparently added in the slideshow. It's like, we're gonna guarantee that we bring you an extra 10K a month into your business in the next 30 days, or we're gonna give you a full refund, right? Like this is the offer that you should be looking for, right? You don't want this offer. This offer sucks because it's only one thing. Here, you have so much value that you can offer literally like any retainer that you want. After, especially if one other strategy is like work for free for a little while, get crazy good results, get them, 10K a month of the first 30 days or a full refund. And then, after you get them that 10, 20, 30, 40, 50K into their business, you say, hey, my systems are here. They're good to go. I'm still going to manage it. What if I did all this other stuff? Would you pay me a retainer? Or, hey, if you want me to stay, I need you to pay me a retainer. And most of the time, if you build the systems the right way, you are indefatigable in this case. You're not going to get kicked out, right? So yes, it's going to be way more friction to deliver, but the more friction we can add in the delivery process, the less friction it is on getting clients. So it's going to be very, very easy to sell, very, very easy to get people in the door if you're going to run their entire operation. So the more value you can bring, the easier it is to get clients that sell. Yes, it's going to be a little bit harder to deliver, but you're going to make way more money off of it. So you got to think you're going to make 1, 2, 3K retainer, if you're lucky, 3K retainer, versus you could just go on here and, build out all this stuff and easily charge 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10K retainers, depending on what you're doing and what your skill set is. So yes, it's going to be more friction, but it only takes 1, 2, 3 clients max. You don't have to constantly be looking for clients. So this is the basics on organic engagement, amplification, retargeting. I touched on this a little bit ago. If you are working with big creators, you should be able to do inbound. Inbound is golden. Like we get a ton of people inbound for certain things that we do for some of our clients. Some of our clients are only inbound. Most of our clients are actually only inbound. We only have a few clients that we actually do outbound for. So it's definitely something that I would recommend, especially if you have a following or audience already. If you're a creator, this is huge. This is something that a lot of people miss out on. So when people follow you, they are leads. Right? When someone follows you, they are a lead, especially if it's on like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook even. Like if they follow you, they're a lead. So you need to be targeting these leads. You need to be talking to these leads as well. This is what I call the lowest hanging fruit. Sometimes you'll hear me refer to it as the biggest lever to pull. That is what we're looking at right now. This is the number one thing that you should be doing if you have any sort of audience, especially if your audience isn't bigger. You should be retargeting the people that you already have, right? So this is for your clients. So this is most people's funnel, right? They make content, they get some views, and then they just wait for the leads to come to them, and they end up quitting their business. Their business goes down very quickly because they never actually get results for their clients. Versus here, they're going to make content, and then you're going to publish and target that content. So you want to make sure that your content is actually specified towards a specific audience to get the right views, right? Views don't really matter. Remember, if you're just here waiting for leads to come to you, you need to be looking for the right views. You're not just looking for views, you're looking for the right person to view it. Then we're going to do a CTA just to make people engage. And I will mention, like, you're not going to go viral here, right? You're probably not going to go nearly as viral here. But virality, again, nobody cares about fucking virality. They care about money. And so if you can't make them any money, it doesn't matter how viral they go. The goal should be to get the right views so that you can get the right audience so that you can do the right things with it, right? So CTA is going to be huge. We're going to post something either on Twitter, on our Instagram story, wherever that is, post out a CTA. We're going to nurture those leads, and then we're going to send those leads back into the content. If they are, not a good fit, we're going to send them back to the content. Then we are going to send DMs to everybody that engages with that content. So if they engage with the content, whether that be a CTA or even if it isn't a CTA, still engage with people. If somebody follows you and you don't have like more than 100,000 followers or maybe more like 30, 40,000 followers, you should definitely be hitting them up. So that is a huge thing. It's just like reach out to the people that followed you, ask why they followed you, and actually target them and talk to them, have conversations. It's going to also help with boosting engagement as well, this part. The CTA, another easy way to do it is to do a video CTA on Instagram and use a platform called ManyChat. ManyChat basically will break down all of the, like somebody can comment a word. If you've ever seen somebody talking and they're like, hey, you know, I'm going to give you a free resource, just comment the word whatever and I'll send it over to you. That's probably ManyChat. ManyChat works very, very well. It's also approved by Instagram, so unlike most software, it's not going to get you banned. But you should be sending DMs to everyone that engages with your content, right? Next step is book those people onto a call, right? So we're going to take those DMs, we're going to work through our DM flows. A lot of people are going to get filtered out and go back to the nurture stage until they make enough money to actually afford your service, or they might never be able to afford your service, but at least if they are nurtured right with your content, they will boost up your content. So your content will go up and it will find the right audience, right? So the next step is book calls, close those calls, and make some cash. So that is the basics of organic engagement amplification retargeting. I think I made a whole video on this, so I'm not going to go in depth on it. Yeah, right here. I actually linked the video. So I'm not going to go any more in depth than that on this, but if you do want to watch this video, it's right here. The next kind of step is to raise your prices, right? Your pricing model probably sucks ass. Most copywriters do. They charge like $1,000. They're not good at what they do. So again, you'll see I added in yet again another tweet that talks about the exact same concept. No one gives a fuck about how many leads you can generate, right? What they care about is the revenue you generate. Sell the vacation, right? So it's exactly what we've been talking about this whole video. Super, super big concept here for you to understand. Nobody gives a fuck how many leads you have. It's two parts of our pricing structure. So this is our actual pricing structure. Typically it's 4 to 8K retainer. We've done 10K retainers as well, so you can do that as well. Then commission, we typically do 25 to 50% depending on the actual offer itself, just because the offer itself depends on what percentage we're going to do. If it's a huge audience, we're going to make them a ton of money. 25% might be better. If they're already making 100K a month, they're probably not going to give us 50K a month, right? But 25 to 50%, kind of industry standard for growth operating is 50%. That's kind of what we do. I wouldn't necessarily call it growth operating. I don't think 50% is always accurate, depending on what you're doing. Like if you're just growth operating, building a Discord, I did a whole video on this. I'm not going to talk about it too in depth, but when you make people their money back, they're glad you paid you. So think about it this way. If I came to you today and said, hey, I guarantee that I can add $100,000 per month to your business in this month or your money back. And it's only going to cost 4K, right? 4K for 100K, and we're going to take 25% at the top. You say, yeah, hell yeah, that's a no-brainer offer, right? So that should be your goal. That should be what you come at people with whenever they, come to you. So that should be your pricing model. Should be retainer plus a pricing structure as well. And I don't know what I did, but I messed this up on Gamma, so I'm gonna pause it and be right back. All right, so we're back. Next up is lead quality. So this is huge. A lot of people fuck this one up too. Lead quality, you need to be working with people that I call high caliber clients. These are people with, this is our qualifications personally, over 100K engaged real followers. They have to have money for ads. And they also need a high retainer, right? So, sometimes you can charge 10, 15K plus per retainer for the amount that they bring us. So that is kind of the lead quality side. That is what we look for. I will say that this is a huge graph that completely changed my perspective right here. This is basically your focus, right? You only have so many energy points in the day, right? Hold up, try to move this so that I can be bigger. Right? You have so many energy points in the day. So if you put all of your attention on one thing, you're going to make it a lot further than splitting your attention on like 4 different or 20 or 30 different things. Especially if you're a business owner, you don't want to be splitting your attention like this. This is a big no-no, right? We want to be working more like this. This model where we put all of our attention into one client is going to be better. If we have a bunch of clients, we're not going to be focused. We're not going to be able to get any results, which is going to lead us to not be able to acquire any new clients. When you get results, that client is going to refer you over to the right people if you have the right client. So that's why it's super important. Our number one source of leads, to be 100% transparent, is referrals. I know people who will go and just get a referral in person. They go to Miami for a weekend just to get a client, and then they got a client, right? So it is super, super important that you have good connections and you have good referrals. And so you should start building your personal brand. It's going to give you some insights. Now, what if you don't know how to get results, right? If you feel imposter syndrome, what should you do? You should figure it the fuck out, right? This is a fire shirt. You might need to buy that. Figure it the fuck out. In all seriousness though, the best, easiest way, the actionable step right now for you to start on this is to start doing appointment setting right, and then do appointment setting on top of that. It's going to be the highest ROI task for you. Retarget people that are engaging with your content and with your clients' content. Send about 100 outbound a day at the very minimum to fill that spot. And if you want to help me with, or if you want help with your specific scenario, just DM me. You can book in a call if you want, if that's easier for you. But yeah, DM me. It's probably the easiest way. If you want specific help, just DM me on IG. This is my Twitter right here, my Instagram, gram.com/these. Damn, I cannot type tonight. This is my IG. Go follow me there. Go DM me there. You just hit the button that says DM, and I will be happy to shoot you over a DM. And yeah, hope everything is well, and I'll see you later. Peace.